And he walks up, and he looks in there, and there's Brian shoved all the way up, like 7 feet, stopped by his life preserver, but it's definitely him except for his legs. And so he starts going for the door, and something claws at his leg, and he's trying to get out, and it's the coed, and it just kills him, and he's dead.
And why was Brian wearing the life preserver again?
Because, I mean, that's the way it happened when it went down. I don't remember why. My uncle told me, but I can't. Come on, it's a true story.
No, that was bad.
That's pretty freaky.
It was pretty bad.
I was freaked out by
Listen,
that.
whether it's a good story or a bad story, if you tell it right, you can really move an audience. You have to have a pause. Look, I can tell a story. So you see, it was hard times then. Some people had to hack their living from the wilderness around them. And it was at this time that a man lived in these woods with his dog, Newt, far from any distractions of the city life. Sometimes food would run short, and to make ends meet, he'd often go hunting in the woods with his dog. He called to Newt, grabbed his gun, and set off in search of supper. Well, the whole day went by. He thought it odd he didn't see a single living creature about, and his dog was getting awfully restless. Just then he saw something. Newt stood growling in the darkness of a nearby rustling bush. The old man raised his shotgun and aimed it. Newt took off running. Newt returned with a long, bloody tail hanging from his mouth. The old man took the tail and went home. He left his gun by the front door, took the tail, cut it up, put it in a large pot, and made a stew. He threw the leftover tail in a bowl on the floor for Newt, who greedily ate it, then tied up his dog and walked upstairs to turn in for the night. His stomach was bothering him, and it was keeping him awake. However, he had just settled in and was about to fall asleep when he heard something, somewhere far off on the wind. Tailypo, Tailypo, who's got my Tailypo? The man, figuring it to be merely his imagination and a troubled stomach, ignored it, and had almost drifted off when he heard it again, slightly closer. Tailypo, Tailypo, who's got my Tailypo? He heard it. Or had he? Surely it was just the wind. He was tired and his mind was playing tricks on him. No one was around for miles. It must have just been the Tailypo. Tailypo. Who's got my Tailypo? He definitely heard it this time. Something was right outside. Newt went silent. He cried for Newt. Again, no answer. Then he remembered. He left his shotgun at the door. Something had come in through the front door and was slowly crawling up the stairs. He went to his door and locked it. He stepped back slowly, keeping his eye on the door, and crawled into bed, terrified. He heard something scratching outside of his door. Then something darted in. Was it inside, at the foot of his bed? Then he remembered the tail, now in his belly. Tailypo. Tailypo. Who's got my Tailypo?